Alright, so in this problem we're trying to find the points of inflection, or in this case point of inflection, for this function x of t equals negative t cubed plus 12t squared minus 45t plus 2. And the first thing we're going to do, like in the previous two problems, is find the first derivative of x of t. So x of t prime is negative 3t squared plus 24t minus 45, and we just did the derivative of each term. Next we're going to find the second derivative. That would be the derivative of x prime of t, called x double prime of t. And again, the same thing, you just do derivative term by term. Be negative 6t plus 24. Alright, now a point of inflection is where the second derivative of a function goes from either positive to negative or negative to positive. In other words, it just changes sign. This is typically going to be where the second derivative is equal to 0. So the first thing we're going to do is set up this equal to 0. You subtract 24 from both sides to get negative 6t equals negative 24. Divide both sides by negative 6 to get t equals 4. So this is our possible point of inflection. To check that, we have to check values, t values above and below 4. Now, because there's no other possible point of inflection, we could choose anything above or below. So for this example, I'm going to choose t equals 0 and t equals 5 to test. Now, say there was another possible point of inflection at t equals 2. Well, if that was the case, I couldn't use this because it's on the other side of this other possible point of inflection. I would have to choose something like 3 or 3.5, anywhere between 2 and 4. But since we don't have to worry about that, it can be anything below 4, anything above 4. So for t equals 0, you just plug in t into the second derivative equation, and you get negative 6 times 0 plus 24 is equal to 24. So that's our positive. So if this is really a point of inflection, at t equals 5, x double prime of t should be negative. So then we just test that. Negative 6 times 5 plus 24 equals negative 30 plus 24, which is equal to negative 6. Alright, since we get a change in sign here for the second derivative, t equals 4 is in fact our point of inflection. That's your answer.